Okay, well, happy Thursday, my friends. I know I am a little bit later than expected, and I apologize for that. Hopefully you guys will get the notification. I actually posted something that said I'm going live in 10 minutes. Sorry it's late, but I think that might not have actually posted. So let me grab something to drink. Nope, I didn't post. Okay, so I actually don't know if anybody's going to join me because I am not on schedule. So I'm going to just get going because you guys might watch this later. And these papers are so pretty. I wanted to make sure that I gave you a good peek at these. Okay, so I'm just getting logged in here. Hang on one second. Oh, you know what? Also, let me go turn off my sign. Hold on. Okay. So I see a couple people have joined us. It's funny because in the last couple days, I've had a couple people in the store that said, I do watch you, but I don't say hello. So if that's one of you guys, then hello to you, even though I know you don't want to say anything out loud. So hello, Alice. Hey. Hey, Alice, I am working on getting those Christmas dies for you, and then I'll be able to mail out your box, my friend. I think some of them are on the way. Okay, so you guys, I am so excited that this has arrived. Now, this is, we got a big box of paper from... I need somewhere to put this. Oh, I'll just set it right there. We got a big box of paper from Paper Rose. Now, some of you guys are familiar with this company and some of you guys are not. But we've started carrying more and more of their paper because they have some really, really stunning stuff. Oh, hi, Diane. And hi, Karen. And they are out of Australia. So when we do the order, we have to get enough together to make it worth shipping from Australia. But when it comes in, it comes in kind of a big box. It is so pretty. And I saw this line too late last year to order it in for the store, but it's been in my mind that I wanted to bring it in this year because a lot of what we're seeing for Halloween ends up being kind of the same. Alice, you're funny. And so I'm just so excited about this Halloween line. So I did get all of these papers in open stock. And I did get multiple packs, but I will say people have been going through them already. So we're going to want to, you're going to want to snag them soon if you can. Now, as a general rule, you're not late, Christine. Actually, I just started a few minutes ago. I'm the one who's late. You are pretty much on time. I'm just getting started. So as a general rule, I don't necessarily pull individual sheets of paper for you guys. However, for these ones I will, but I need you to take some notes because the papers are named with letters, their name, there's a line name and then a letter. That's how they do their papers. And also, if I'm going to be pulling papers for you, please request at least like 8 papers or something so that it's worth grabbing and packing up and stuff. Otherwise, it becomes a lot of singles that I'm grabbing and sorting and storing and all that stuff. So especially for my out-of-towners, if you do want individual papers, then absolutely let me know. However, I do have some other stuff that I'm going to show you in a little bit too. So, the Halloween we have in 12 by 12 collection kits, and we have it in 6 by 6 packs, but these are in open stock as well. Paper Rose papers are $1.50 a page, and this is probably one of the prettiest Halloween lines I have seen in a very, very long time. So this one is kind of your page of pretty watercolor icons. And then on the back side here, you have these gorgeous pumpkins on a black background. Okay. Now with them, I know some of you guys don't love this as much, but you can see that there is a little bit of a shine. So it's kind of like it's not a glossy paper, but it has this little bit of shine. That's because they are a professionally laser printed paper. So that's how that comes out. But the other thing that means is that the images are incredibly vibrant and incredibly clear. So there is a little bit of a trade-off for those kind of things. But there's a one I'm going to show you a little bit later that is on a special order that you guys are going to just, holy cow, be amazed at. So this one is Happy Halloween Paper A. So take notes if you think you're going to want individual sheets. That's your heads up, because I'm going to actually ask for, if you're ordering collection kits or the pre-order items, you can go ahead and put those in the notes. If you're sending a list of open stock papers, can you email me that with the items just like that? Because just make sure it's kind of formatted into a list. That way it's very clear what it is that you need pulled for you, okay? So this one, oh, love this. This is Happy Halloween B. And so you've got these great images, and they're just these watercolored beauties, okay? The colors are so vibrant and so pretty. They're almost like stickers. I mean, they're not stickers, but you know that quality you get on a sticker, how it's just really clear and crisp. That's kind of what you're looking at in the artwork. Really for all of the Paper Rose, but this one is just fabulous. And then you've got this side back here. So this has a little bit touch of fall, magic potion bottle, you know, kind of a mixture of things. But this side with the cut aparts, I am so in love with this one. Okay, and then, hang on, I just gotta close. All right, this is Happy Halloween C. This is paper C. So you've got your white background and you've got these bats and the ghosts. I mean, the ghosts are so cute. They've even got detail like into their face. See that there? And so it's like a dimensional looking in. You've got this gorgeous haunted house. And then on the back side, you've got a whole sheet of ghosts, but they're pretty good ghosts. Now, here's the other thing. I'm actually just noticing this, and I want you guys to notice, because these are the things that I look for in a paper. And honestly, when I ordered it, I didn't realize it, but I'm looking at it now and I'm really, really happy. So when I see a paper that has an all over pattern like this, I'm going to look at it and see if there is a line that I can cut right about here, okay? That's going to give me a whole batch of ghosts without a lot of half ghosts. And then you notice it's right down here. So what's cool about this one is you actually have, I see 3 distinct bands of ghosts on this paper, if that's how you wanted to use this. So because a paper like this is, like, if you're scrapbooking, right? Even if you're making cards, a paper like this is pretty busy. But if you use this band of ghosts, now you're using the exact right amount of a busy paper. to make it interesting but not overwhelming. Okay, so that is paper C. And then we've got paper, what is this? D. Okay, so paper D. This is one that originally was special ordered by somebody 1 or 2 shipments ago. And I know she wants a few more, but I ordered quite a few packages of this one because this just in general is one of the most stunning mushroom papers that we've seen. Okay. But a few months ago when we were looking at this gorgeous mushroom paper, it's part of the Halloween line. So, it was a little perplexing as to why this stuff was on the back. But now that we've got it kind of mixed in with the whole Halloween line, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. Okay. So, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. And the vibrancy of those mushrooms has to do with the way the paper is printed. Okay. And so I mean, again, I know that gloss is not necessarily a favorite, but the detail you can get out of that gloss is different than you get with anything else. So this is paper E, and again, love it. For spider webs and spiders, it is a really, really nicely done paper. You have some room for your eye to rest. You have some room where you could just take just a little spider if you wanted to, or you could take, you know, a spider web and a couple spiders, or however you wanted to do it. You could even do like a card background because you have that room to breathe for your eyes. You could actually still use that, right? And then this side. I love it. I love it. I mean, there's so many images in here for Halloween that I just love because they're so different. And then when you get close to this one, you see that these bats are all watercolor, but almost like a negative space watercolor. Okay. Because you've got the black and then the bats are the light element, even though they're in kind of a dark gray. It's really, really interesting. And because of the way that it's on here, there's not detail in the bats. They're just watercolored. It isn't an overwhelming pattern, even though there's a lot going on. Okay. And then page F. So page F is going to have a lot of your pumpkins, and it's got some cupcakes and some candies and various, you know, doodads and whatnots. Again, this is going to be one that, you know, is pretty bold for a whole piece of paper, but when you use it in little bits, or if you're somebody who loves to fussy cut, this is going to be great because you've got all kinds of things. And especially if you're fussy cutting and you're making cards, these are some fabulous sized elements. And then on the back side, that's where you've got all the candy. But look at the caramel apple. I mean, that thing is phenomenal, right? It looks actually shiny. Like, you wouldn't have to put glossy accents on it to make it look shiny because it looks shiny. Again, that is how the printing, that's how it's done because of the printing. So what we have for these ones is we have a collection pack, and the 12 by 12 collection pack has 12 double-sided papers. So you're going to get 2 of each of the designs, A through F. And these ones are $16.99. So there's a little bit of a savings when you go with the collection pack. Okay. And then we have the 8 by 8. And the 8 by 8 is, nope, sorry, 6 by 6. Did I not have this problem yesterday? Oh my goodness, Brooke. Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay, so the 6 by 6 is a smaller version of the 12 by 12s. You know, usually most of our manufacturers are doing it that way, but I just like to make sure that, you know, we check and be sure. So you can see, you know, a couple of these elements have definitely been shrunk down, and it is actually the same print, but on, you know, 6 by 6 scale. So, but in this one, you get 18 double-sided papers. So you get 3 of each design in the 6x6 pad. And I did have one of these that I priced. I believe this one was, all the 6x6s are the same price. Well, I think they are. I think, hang on one second. Now I can't find my price tag, so hold on one moment, please. If it's not one thing, it's another, I know. Okay. But I do have my laptop open today, so that makes things a little bit easier. Okay, so $8.50 on the 6x6. Okay, so we've got the 12x12, we've got the 6x6, and then we've got all the open stock sheets for Halloween. And that is the first Halloween line that that we've got in. And honestly, I don't know. I have to kind of go look and take a look and see if there's what all is good out there, because a lot of what I kind of see for Halloween and fall and stuff is a lot of the same stuff that we've had for years. So this one is kind of a breath of fresh air. So I'm excited about that. Now, next up, we've got some fall papers. So Halloween and fall kind of go hand in hand. And what's interesting about this one is that I got Autumn Days, and then I got a bunch of these papers in open stock, but are they in order? Who knows? But also from a couple of different lines, they had some really great fall papers. So I got those as well. Just because they coordinate so well. Okay, so give me 1 second. I just need to go grab something, and I will be right back. I meant to grab this before, but then I sort of forgot. Okay. Okay, so the Autumn Days is, all fall, but then as we go through some of the ones that I sort of picked, there's another line called Forest Walk, which kind of has some fall elements, but also some mountain elements, and then it ties in sort of to Mountain Trek. So I went and grabbed some of the papers that we've had in stock from a previous line that sort of coordinate, because it has some stuff that I also want to show you. Okay, so the Autumn Days 12x12 collection kit, and then let's take a look at, so with this one in open stock, I got 4 of the 6 papers. Okay, it looks like, although it is possible that I got others, and I didn't find them in the box when I was looking. But, so, A, D as in dog, E as in everybody, and F as in fantastic. Okay, so, paper A, these are 4x4 cut aparts, right? No, 3x4 cut aparts. So they're 3 across, which is 4 inches, and 4 down, which is 3 inches. So this is a little bit different of a ratio than, we normally work with, which is the 3x4s. Oh, wait. No, I just said it was 3x4s. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I get math wrong, it's so embarrassing. Okay, so, but beautiful. Again, these are the watercolors, and I have to tell you, I don't know why they put a little jack-o'-lantern face on this leaf, but I freaking love it. It's like fall Halloween. I don't know. I think that one is funny. When I saw that, because I didn't see it originally, but when I saw it up close, I don't know. He just totally makes me smile. So, anyway, so you've got a number of watercolored images and you've got a lot of mushrooms, okay? Because I know everybody's into mushrooms, and with the Nature Study 49 and Market line, I'm hearing a lot about mushrooms right now. So, but then on the back side, you have this really beautiful, nice, easy to use plaid with a little bit of kind of detail off to the side there. And then this is Autumn Days D. I'm just looking to see, I think there's a couple that okay, yeah. So this is Autumn Days D, and this one just has a nice big watercolor leaves, but also like the background with it being white gives your eye a place to land. I love it when that way the pattern just shows through and it's not distracting. But then you guys look at this side, okay? This side is all mushrooms, and they're little mushrooms, but it's like that little pop of red. You've got the brown, and you guys, what's really fun is these are mushrooms at an angle, okay? Normally, when we get a pattern like this, it is all up and down, but I've talked about this before. I love plaids when they're at an angle, because you see, if you use it as a matting paper, you see all the plaid, right? So now, if you use the mushroom, here, let me just, so that it doesn't conflict with what's below. If you use the mushroom as a matting paper, look, you guys, you actually see detail. Isn't that fabulous? So the pattern is small, but because it's at that angle, you actually get a really, really interesting pattern for matting paper. So that one is Autumn Days D. And now Autumn Days E, you know, if you go out to Leavenworth or something like that in the fall and you're scrapbooking, this actually could be a phenomenal paper for that. Now, you could just put your pictures right over those houses if you didn't want the houses. And does that not look like Leavenworth in the fall with all the trees that they have that change and the mountains in the background? I mean, whoa, hello. I didn't think about that either until I was just looking at it. A lot of times, you know, they're so small digitally or in the catalog or whatever. But when they come, there's so many different ways to use some of these things. And then look at this. Oh, so we were talking about this before. Do you guys see it? When it's turned over, do you automatically see how you can have design bands? Okay, because you have almost like a white space line. Now this one you may not get quite as clean of a cut, right? You'll get a little bit of the leaf cut off or whatever, but you can cut it like this and you get these really beautiful up and down strips, which is going to be phenomenal for making some cards, okay? So that one is Autumn Days E. I should say it's phenomenal for making cards, but actually it's also great for scrapbooking because you get that 12-inch border and it'll go up and down, whereas a lot of times they end up cutting this way. So it just gives you a little bit of variety. And then this is Autumn Days F. So love this side because this has these gorgeous gourds, watercolored, and they're big enough that you can 100% fussy cut these if you wanted to and put them, you know, in kind of a collage on your card. But this side, now this one has more of the up and down mushrooms where we were talking about. That one was at an angle. But this one has the mushroom baskets. This is more in brown and kind of this like sage color. I don't know that the sage is coming through on the background, but it is. It's like a, I would say, for those of you guys familiar with the Distress palette, I would say that's a good solid bundled sage. Okay. All right. So that's Autumn Days F. Now, just for you guys, those are the ones that we did real quick. A, D, E, and F. Now, there are a couple others in this line. There's a really pretty brown plaid, and it's got some more mushroom things over here. And then there's this one here that has a nice foliage border on the bottom, and then it has some words on the paper. But, you know, we're kind of limited by how many paper trays I have room for. So sometimes I do have to make some choices. Okay, so that is the Autumn Days, and we have that Autumn Days collection. Now, there are still some that I ordered that just go with it because it's autumn, okay? And they might be a slightly different color, but they're gorgeous. So that one was Autumn Days. This is Autumn Boutique, and this is page B. You have this really pretty wreath on here. Now, many years ago, when we were carrying the Alexandra Ranke paper, they had these stunning papers with large wreaths. And we did a Christmas class using those where it was easy to turn them into cards. So some of you guys I know took that because it was an incredibly popular class. And so if you have that in your repertoire, just remind yourself that when you look at something like this, it's stunning for people doing 12 by 12 scrapbooks, but for card makers, it is good for quick cards that, you know, are easy to put together. And then you have this gorgeous paper here. Now, I'm just going to pull out so you can see this one was from the first line. They're a little bit different in color. However, they're different leaves, right? So you may not necessarily use them together, but I will put them all out in the same place because it may be that this style works better for you, or you want something with a little bit more of a red and olive tone, or, you know, whatever it is, but it's just different leaves, maybe not the exact same color palette because that one was Autumn Days. This one is Autumn Boutique, but lots of choices, okay? Now, this one, so this is where we start to get into something where I kind of ordered from some of the different lines because they went so well together. This one is Mountain Trek Patterns F. The patterns part is important. So Mountain Trek Patterns F. And this one has watercolor leaves in small scale. Awesome, right? Freaking awesome. Yes, please. So great for borders. And this one isn't really straight either. So look at that. You could absolutely use this one as a matting paper, and you get that design where you can totally see that it's the leaves. So that one is Mountain Trek Patterns F. All right. Next, we've got Forest Walk A. I know, it's like all over the place, but I was looking for some stuff that, you know, would kind of cover not only Northwest, but also cover like fall and fall colors. But you guys, this one is so striking for borders. Forest Walk A, you've got this stunning border on the bottom. Oh, this mountain border right here. Hello, Northwest. Look at this like swath of just leaves and like the cutest little squirrels. I mean, and you know, they've got their nuts. You've got the other foliage swath. Now with that one, I probably would do it vertical. It looks to me like it's meant to go vertical. I mean, and you know, that one could too as well. But I think if you ran it this way, you know, it also works. So I guess it goes both ways. Now, this one, I would definitely put it this way because it does have mushrooms, okay? So unless your fungi are growing upside down, which, you know, there might be some, I don't know, you would probably want to do the border this way. But they did that so that they could give you lots of the foliage here and then a straight edge at the bottom, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is Forest Walk A. And then on the back side, You have a beautiful green pattern plaid that is at an angle, which I love. That'll be good for, you know, the holidays, general stuff, Northwest stuff, because it's going to, again, go perfectly with some of these greeneries. And then that was Forest Walk A. This is Forest Walk E. So this one, now we're doing 4x4s. So this one has all these beautiful animal images. Okay. Oh, just phenomenal. And I'm trying to get them in the camera, but it's hard because I'm looking here and then trying to aim it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Forest Walk E, beautiful for cut aparts, but then you also have this backside. And again, this is small images. So if you had, I don't even think I have one on the table that I can put my hands on quickly, but like even if you had like a little label die, or, you know, maybe an oval or something like that. Sometimes those are really cute to use on a pattern like this because you just get a little tiny image. So you've got this beautiful little bear. You've got a very athletic jackrabbit. You've got the wolf who is, you know, howling at the moon. Oh, you never see this guy. Is that a warthog? Is it focusing? Because he's pretty stinking cute. Is that a warthog? I think so. Huh, that's funny. They're from Australia, so it's always fun to see, like, but they didn't put him in here, which is kind of too bad. But, because now I really want to see what he is. I might have to go look and see what animal is, because maybe he's not a warthog. Maybe he's one of those, yeah, God, I don't know. I bet you, though, he's an Australian animal. I might have to email him and ask because I'm just going to be curious and it's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so now, again, all over the place. This one is called Mountain Trek 2.0. So we had some Mountain Trek in before, and that's what I'm going to show you guys. And it has been, it's been really popular. The papers are beautiful. And then we had another forest line. So they came out with a 2.0 line. And honestly, I might have only ordered this one page because it's got the icons on it. But, I know that I also got the die cuts for this. And wait till you guys see the new way that they are offering some of the die cuts. Oh, it's amazing. So you've got, oh, wow, a gorgeous scene on the backside. If you are a scrapbooker and you are doing something for mountains or something, wow, this one, because you've got this gorgeous landscape in watercolor and it is not going to compete with your photos, but you have this splash of color right down here. Oh, I don't even know if I saw it for the backside. I saw it for this side, but I get so distracted. Okay, so that is Mountain Trek 2.0 D. Okay. Now these are the ones that we've had in before, and you'll kind of see the similarity. Okay. So first off, this is Mountain Trek, and this is B. I didn't get it for this side. I got it for this side, and I know a number of you guys have already picked this up. But I want to just show you it's here because it's also going to coordinate with Mountain Trek 2.0. But love this one because you've got all of these little trees as part of the backgrounds, but they're watercolor. So they're, you know, kind of like a little smoky and kind of a runny design. Really, really pretty. This one is Mountain Trek B. Okay. And then I have Mountain Trek C, and this one had a bunch of cut aparts. They didn't have it the same way in some of these lines, but this one has a bunch of elements that you can fussy cut. The reason that the newer lines, at least I think, okay, the reason the newer lines don't have this sheet is because now they're offering die cuts, and people are loving those so much more because there's no fussy cutting. So Mountain Trek C has this one, but I also want to show you guys the other side because for Halloween, this one could be fantastic. It's a gray background with a whole bunch of black birds. Now, like Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, it's a badger. Yes, thank you, Jamie. Yes, that is what I thought I was thinking of. I was nowhere close to the word badger, but in my head, yeah. Thank you. So, but for Halloween, like, you know, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds and things like that, doesn't this just look like spooky black raven crow birds? I mean, they're all in flight, so it's not that iconic, you know, silhouette of the raven, but I love this for a Halloween option too. So this side is fantastic, and this side. This one, my friends, is Mountain Trek C. Okay. Oh, I think I grabbed that one twice. Okay. Now, the last one that kind of goes with this, I'm going to go through these quick because we have seen these before. And then I just want you to know that they're here because they kind of go with some of this stuff. So this is Forest Trip A. Beautiful watercolor scene. And then you've got a gorgeous wood pattern on the backside. And then you've got Forest Trip C. Another, you know, this one is even a little bit more abstract, but this, I believe, is your campfire. And then, you know, you've got your mountains in the backside. But really, friends, it was this side that I got it for. So, because I am always looking for stuff for Northwest. So, did you go to Mount Rainier? I mean, did it rain? Was it foggy? You know, I mean, people come looking for all kinds of stuff for their outdoor activities, greetings from the Northwest, all that kind of stuff, scrapbooking. I mean, you know, a gray day in the woods. I don't think that could be more Northwest, could it? And then you've got your cut aparts sheet. So this one is a little bit different than how a lot of them are, in that you've got every other one is these beautiful colors, but then they have these black and white elements that have this kind of watercolor background. So I love that because it's very unique. And if you were going to be using, you know, this as a focal element, but your background had a lot of color, now this will really stand out. So, you know, we don't get that option a lot of times. A lot of times we have to kind of work with, you know, we want to use the pretty papers for backgrounds and things like that. And then we have this, and we have to work on making this stand out. But with a unique design where you have the element in black and white, it will stand out even if all your layers have a lot of color. So, while you may look at this and be like, I don't know what I would do with it, you always want to kind of think outside the box and sort of think like, what doors does that kind of a pattern open up? Okay, so really, really ingenious. And then again, this one has that kind of cool background. So this is going to be really fun for, you know, Northwest scrapbooking. But even for our card makers, right, you can still take portions of this and use it as your background. And up here, you've got really pretty, like, watercolor pieces that could just be for anything. But, I mean, when you just look at parts and pieces of these images, you can see how pretty they are when they come together, even in small pieces. So, and then we've got this one. So I just loved this one because you've got all of this watercolor stuff you can work with. You've got these little mountains, and then you've got these watercolor trees down here. And again, you can cut this apart, but it's going to be great for scrapbooking as well. And then you've got the Jeep and stuff. And so, you know, the Jeep is there and it's in the foreground, but it doesn't actually like super stand out because the beauty is in this blue stuff right here. And then you turn it over, and these are the 4x6s. I mean, it's like this line just doesn't get any more gorgeous. So this is Forest Trip F. The one with the 3x4s is Forest Trip D. I might have forgotten to tell you guys that. Okay, now, what I want to tell you guys, let's take a look. I got in some new die cuts. Now, their die cuts are 4 A5 sheets. They are die cut for you. They're going to perfectly coordinate with the line. these are the ones for autumn. So you get like an A5 is basically half of a A4, which is kind of their version of the 8.5 by 11. I'm just, kind of giving you ballpark measurement figures. So, but they are all die cut. So you don't have to really do any work. I would still put these down on your self-healing mat and an X-Acto knife and cut them out, but you don't have to because you've got, enough like pattern in there that that would be just fine. So you've got that one. And then, hi, Brenda. I'm just looking at your comments, Christine. I don't know what the let's go with that is, but maybe it was about my attempt at trying to think that I was thinking of a badger when we all know that I probably wasn't. So you've got these, how fun is that though? That is a good size die cut. You can use that for like so many projects, but it's going to be a nice statement piece. And then you've got this one and you've got foliage here and then you've got some leaves. So for those of you guys that don't like fussy cutting, but do want to add a little bit of dimension, we have the die cuts. And, I don't think it says how many, but they are like on a cardstock. It says 200 gram cardstock, which really doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but it's cardstock weight. Okay, it's a thinner cardstock, I would say, so it's not going to add a lot of bulk, but it's definitely got strength to it. So those ones are $7.50. Now, this is the one I'm so excited about, you guys, because this is a brand new die cut option from Paper Rose. Now, I don't know that I got very many of these because, again, I read it, I see it digitally. I have no idea what's coming because what is an embossed die cut, right? Okay, I'm thinking it's a die cut that has embossing. Hello. I was thinking like dimensional of something, right? But it isn't. Wait until you guys see this. Oh, so awesome. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what you have, can you guys see that? It's by embossed. It's like they're calling it clear embossing. So it's what other companies call thermography, which would have given it away. You guys, it is so smooth. It looks like all this detail was done with an ultra high. Like if you were to stamp and emboss with that much detail, but with ultra high embossing powder, that's what you would get. I mean, when I pulled these out, look at that little shine just on the trees and around the wood, and look at this log. I mean, I'm so excited about these. I can hardly stand it. So they're way better than what I thought they were going to be. And I actually really like that we got some circles, because with something this beautiful, you may collage it a little bit, but you also kind of want it to be a focal point, right? I mean, look at that. So by giving us a circle, you can very easily make that have, a landing spot. You can die cut, hold on, I'm finding my words. You can die cut coordinating circles to give it mats if you need to. But I mean, just wow. Wow, 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 wow. And then you've got these trees. I'm so in love with this Northwest line. I mean, honestly, it makes me just want to drive out to the forest tonight. And look at this blue watercolor one. Oh. And then you've got some words that you can use, these birds, which are fabulous. And look at the boot prints. I mean, so fun. So fun. And then you've got these ones here. And, there we go. And then with the detail on here. Oh, you guys, I am so crazy about these. Like, they're more awesome than I thought they were going to be. So, These ones with the embossing are $8.99. So you get the 4 sheets, and you get all of those, and you get that detail that is like phenomenal. And I'm looking at them, and like all the stuff is right where it should be, that if I were to do this myself, it would not be this clean. So like, I mean, can you see the detail on those? It's hard because I'm trying to get the shine on there for you. The detail on those little trees in the gloss. Oh, yeah. I mean, crazy loving this. All right. So those are the embossed die cuts. Now, these are the ones that I got in open stock in 6x6. And you guys, there may be other stuff that I have to show you, but, honestly, I've got to go through there's some special orders in the box as well. So, some 6x6s, some of the paper pads, and then some of the bulk packs of papers were special orders for people. So I tried to grab the stuff that I know I ordered for the store, but there might be a little bit more, once I pull all that stuff for people. So, okay, again, the 6x6 pads are, what did we say? $8.50. Okay. And so this one is the one we got in a few of these papers in 12x12 in open stock. I didn't get 12x12 collection kits in a lot of these. However, if there's a line that, you know, I go through and you do want it in 12x12, just let me know, because I'm going to have to do another order with them pretty soon, and I can get whatever special orders you guys need. Okay. So I'm going to just go through this one because I didn't have all of them to show you. So that way you can kind of see what's in here. And again, there are 3s of each paper in here. And so, I mean, that's freaking awesome. And then you've got this little gingham. I get asked for gingham a lot. Oh, and what's interesting, did I never turn that border paper over? That's funny. I bet you I didn't. You know, you guys gotta stay on top of me. I don't always know what I'm up to. Okay. And now I can't even find it. That's funny. Oh, well, isn't this interesting? Okay. So, I did turn it over, but look at this. Huh. Very curious. Okay. So that's a difference. I thought they were, yeah, because we got in this one here and it had this pattern on the backside. Oh, and there's that. Well, I'm sure all the prints are there. I'm just a little befuddled because that's not usually how the papers go, but you know, it's fine. And then we've got this one that has all those cute little guys and the little teeny weeny badger. And then that has your green plaid on the backside. And look at those beautiful deer. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. And then you've got that pattern on the backside. Okay, so that is the 6x. That is the 6x6 Forest Walk paper pack. You get 18 double-sided sheets, 3 of each design, and they are $8.50. Okay. Yeah. Now, Autumn Days, we went through all of these papers, I think, kind of in the 12x12, so I'm not going to take this one apart, but, oh, and then, of course, they put the least interesting one on the backside, but, because you're familiar with what these ones look like, but we've got the 6x6 in Autumn Days. And then, although I didn't get all the papers yet for Mountain Trek 2.0, this is the one we only got like the one paper, at least maybe. I don't know, maybe there's more in there. Or maybe I just had to decide that I didn't have enough room to get everything that I wanted. So, I do have this one in the 6x6 though. And so, yeah, like I look at this and I'm like, this is definitely a paper that we will get in 12 by 12. But I don't have that. And actually, interestingly enough, when I got in that other round of like Forest Walk and Mountain Trek, the 6x6 pads went very, very quickly. And so this round of ordering, I focused mostly on 6x6 because I know also that people are in like holiday card making mode, and that's the size that they want. And then you'll have open stock too, but some of the things are in 12 by 12 too. Okay. So you've got that. There's that fantastic bird pattern. So this one I think is a little bit different than the one we have in open stock, just in that, yeah, it's just a little bit of a different color. So this one actually has a little spookier background for some Halloween. And then you've got a gorgeous map with the floral, and wow, I must have had to have just drawn a line somewhere, because I'm like looking at this and I'm like, why didn't I order it? Can you guys see that though? It's got these beautiful wolves on there. And then this is a lot of those designs we saw actually in the die cut pack. So, and if you are a 12 by 12, type of a paper person and you want this one in 12 by 12, just know you want to ask me for the Mountain Trek 2.0 12 by 12 paper pack. Whew, it's a mouthful. And then you've got some more sentiments here, and then a nice wood round on the backside. This is the paper that I got in. Now, I guess we didn't talk about this in the big one, but if you were to like fussy cut this out, you could actually take and you could just trim this little tiny word right here, and it would fit beautifully on that label. So I'm guessing that's what they put those words there for. Or you could take, you know, this little word, and then after you cut out this circle, you could put it kind of right there. So I think there's a lot of really cool options. And then there's this awesome one on the backside. And then for those of you guys that do a lot of outdoor stuff, it is really nice to have something different. And I will tell you guys, I feel like the lines, even though we have a number of outdoor ones to choose from Paper Rose that kind of all go together but kind of are different, they are just like a breath of fresh air for if you've been doing like outdoors and hiking and stuff like that, because you have a lot of those kind of images already, and then we're seeing a lot of different stuff with this one. Oh, those guys are so cute too, man. So, and then, you know, I see this like how, you know, you have almost that border that we've been talking about. And then the little mountain cabin, and you've got a map on the backside. So that is the Mountain, wait, I better give you the right name. Mountain Trek 2.0. And since I'm putting this back in the package, I'm going to put, which one do you guys like the best? I don't know. They're all so cute. I'm going to put a good one on the backside. What do you think? I mean, it's like there's so many good ones. I don't know which to choose. I'm going to put one of the words ones, because then you can actually read it when you look at the package. Now that I've totally messed everything up organizing wise, but no, it's okay. Okay, so $8.50 on that one. And then, now, those are the in-stock items, okay? So, I am going to move really quickly to a couple of special order items. I have ones of these. Hi, Stephanie. She used one from Paper Rose that was a little bit different, but similar. So it was a different line called Watercolor Landscapes, I believe. And so that one had 4x4s. No, it had 3x3s on the 6x6 pages. There is going to be a 2.0. So that, I don't know when it's coming. Donna has been battling a bit of a sore knee, so she hasn't really been crafting as much, but it's coming. And so that'll be basically like part 2 of part 1. But it is different, but same kind of a concept where you could take the designs from those cards and use them with ones like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, you guys. Before I get into the special order, because I am going to forget about this, and I don't want to. Okay. Ouch. I have a new class from Colleen. Yikes. Colleen, if you were watching, I am so sorry. I usually do this at the beginning of the video, but you know, actually I was late today, so there weren't that many people on when I started. Okay, so we've had a bit of a hiatus from both of my teachers. They were working on various other things. So we just got a new card kit from Colleen, and it's already been quite popular today. So if you are going to want one of these kits, I wouldn't dilly-dally, okay? So it is $28 for 5 cards, plus I believe there is a bonus card topper in the kit. That's what I saw in the write-up. I don't have this. I don't have that here. It's a bonus for those of you guys that get the kit. And then she does videos for anything that might need a little bit more of a, you know, instruction. So I believe there's 4 videos for this one. So with Colleen's classes, she tends to do more inking and things like that. So there's always something to learn in her classes. And you've got this gorgeous little bee charm on these ones, and it's a little dangler. Isn't that fun? So it makes it just interactive. And I think we have more of these in stock if you need them, or something very similar. But I love it when they put things like this in, because it gives you kind of some ideas on how to use some of those elements, okay? And then sometimes she has stuff on the inside, and I always forget to show the insides. So you're the bee's knees. And this one is really cool. So this is the new Annette Green bee that came out just a couple months ago. Isn't that gorgeous in pinks and yellows? I love that. So, and you're going to be doing some stenciling on that one. And then this is a penny black die, and I don't know which one this is, but Colleen said we have one similar, but not this exact one in stock. But I love actually how that frame is, you know, on there, and it's just kind of the centerpiece, but off to the side. Really, really, really cute. And this one, you guys, oh, I've already had some people talking about the twig that the little bird is standing on, and it's fabulous. So she's going to show you how to do that in the class. And this is also from the new Elizabeth Crafts dies, one of the new sets. And look at, I mean, you do a lot of like watercoloring and fun stuff on that beautiful bird. So gorgeous. And then you've got this guy. I love the color scheme. The color scheme, this pink and yellow with like sage green, loving it. Absolutely loving it. And oh, that is really cool. So I don't know, like she has a supply list with inks and stuff, but look at how neat that is. I would never have thought to put green over pink, but actually once you are coloring that, look at how that foliage stands out. What a cool idea, Colleen. I love that. And then these are some of those Pink Fresh ombre gems. So great class. There's actually a lot of different fun techniques in here. The kits are here. They're ready for pickup. And I don't know how many we have left, but I know that We have had quite a few already picked up today. So it's called The Hum of Summer, 5 cards, gorgeous, $28. And that'll come with 4 videos, and she'll send you pictures and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now these are the ones, I only have ones of these, and I've already had people try to snatch them today. I say kind of in jest. So I already have people on the list, but I want to make sure that I show you guys these because when I do order these, sometimes the papers are hard to see digitally, right? And so when I order them, sometimes I order in ones so that I can see what they're going to look like. And this first one is called Morning Memories. And I just got in the 6x6. And I will have all 3 of these special order options available. So if you want it in a 6x6 or a 12x12, we will get either one in. But after I saw this in person, oh, you guys, it's gorgeous. There was some, oh, do you guys remember this Minte paper that Donna used in her sympathy card class this year? Look at. So the color scheme is relatively similar to that paper, and people were crazy about that floral. Okay. So, again, we've got these, you know, beautiful patterns, and it's like, what is that? Maybe a taupe and a stormy skies type of a color. Look at this foliage. Oh, so yeah, this one is going to be fantastic if, you know, you're going to do, you need stuff for sympathy, but it's also just, I mean, it's a calming set of paper. Okay. And so if you're doing something like beach related or, I mean, lake related, that kind of thing, but you've got like a little family on the dock, all I need is coffee and the smell of salt air. All you need is a little vitamin C. I'm reading these because I don't know if you can read them on camera. It says, our memories of the ocean will linger on long after our footprints in the sand are gone. And I followed my heart and it led me to the beach. So, you know, and like Northwest Beach, this is our beach colors, right? So, I mean, look at this floral though. So pretty. And then you've got, I think this is, it kind of looks like sand, or maybe like stucco paint in a sand color or something like that. You've got watercolor background, and this one is like an alphabet with foliage on it. And you've got this beautiful little scene here with wood on the back side, and then we're back to the repeats. So, this one is Morning Memories, and that one is 6x6. So this one is not in stock, but this is one that if you want to order it, definitely let me know so I can get enough. And that one will be $8.50 for the 6x6 and $16.99 for the 12x12. Okay. Now this one, I instantly fell in love with this one digitally, but sometimes it's really hard to believe that the colors are as amazing in person. And I'm going to tell you guys, this line is where printing via laser is phenomenally amazing. Okay. So you can see, hopefully, how vibrant and detailed these colors are. Now, what's really cool is, can you see way down into the detail of that little flower? It looks like it's printed on canvas. And it's not. It's printed on paper, but it feels like it has a texture. And then you've got, I'm like so crazy in love with this one. And then I've got this rainbow, like circle one. Gorgeous watercolor background with like rainbow dots. Fabulous floral background. Now, just to compare, they're similar but different. Okay, so You know, if you needed, like, you know, if you were doing a scrapbook page or something like that and you needed a double page, these could work because they're similar but different. But remember, in a 12 by 12, they'll be pretty busy. So, and then you've got, I love the backside because these are like colors, but so small and detailed that it's not very overpowering. A diagonal stripe in rainbow, one of my favorite patterns like ever. Because the visual you get when you use that as a matting paper, Lawn Fawn had one like this a number of years ago. And I mean, that is the happiest border for matting things that you could possibly come up with. Okay. Oh, and then look at that. Oh, wow. And then are we back at the beginning? Nope, not yet. We've got another beautiful big one. It has that texture on here with some water splatters. And then you have some tiny dots. And then this one. Okay. So again, I want to talk about that wreath thing that we were talking about. In the 12 by 12 size, this wreath will make a phenomenal set of quick and easy cards. But look at that side. Ah, I am so excited by this line. The colors they just make my heart so happy. So my friends, this is Rainbow Twirl. And this one is, you know, if you want to order a 6x6 or a 12x12 collection pack, definitely let me know. We will have some of these in open stock too. It kind of just depends on space, because right now I have a gorgeous setup with rainbow papers and I love how it looks. But then I got in new rainbow papers that I posted on Facebook a little while ago, and so they don't fit over there. So, you know, but I might have more room by those ones with these. So that's Rainbow Twirl. Now, you guys, okay, are you ready? This next one is so awesome and different, okay? This next one is a gold foil patterned paper. Now, with the 6x6s in those ones, you got 18 sheets of 3 of each, and they were $8.50. This one is 12 sheets, and it's $8.99, but wait till you see this, okay? So digitally, this is what I got to see. It says gold foil, and it says Crimson Rose Gold, okay? So this is what I got to see. So I only ordered one because I have no idea what I'm looking at. Now, are you guys ready for this? It is gold foiled paper that is printed on OMG. Wow. Right? Look at this one. So this is like got this shine and shimmer, but you've got this alcohol ink looking background on it. I mean, wow. And then this one, so this one is going to have more gold. And let me see, I want this to come through on the video for you. So you've got these beautiful little reds, but can you guys see there is like a little etched design? Yeah, it's kind of showing up for you. There's a little etched shadow design in there on the other parts of the gold. And then look at this one. Oh, I mean, what? So pretty, right? I mean, gosh. And then this one. So it's like you open this package and you don't necessarily, I didn't know what to expect. But certainly I can guarantee you it wasn't this, okay? I'm blown away. It's like those embossed die cuts that we were looking at earlier. I am over the moon with some of the stuff that has just like shown up in this order, okay? So, and then, yeah, these ones, we've looked at these, so I think they're a little bit out of order. But then you've also got this one with some of that watercolor and then, or like alcohol ink, and then a little bit more of the gold in there. So, okay. Now, we've covered a lot today. I'm going to go through these really, really quick because it's important that if you guys are requesting something that you get the names right so that I know what we are talking about, okay? So, first off, where did my cover go? There it is. Okay, so first off, this one is also available in 12 by 12. Now, it is a little bit more in the 6 by 6, and you get the 12 sheets. I mean, super worth it though, right? Very, very different. But it is available in 12 by 12 as well. I just didn't have time to check the prices, okay? So if you want the 12 by 12, absolutely. No, the patterns will be bigger, and it'll be, you know, a little bit more, but I think it's gonna be absolutely stunning. This one is special order, so that's Crimson Rose Gold, 6 by 6 or 12 by 12 pack. Okay, the 6 by 6 is $8.99. The 12 by 12 pack is, you know, I mean, reasonable, but I don't know what it is. Okay, then we've got Rainbow Twirl. 6 by 6 is $8.50, or the 12 by 12 is $16.99. And so that one is on special order as well. And then also Morning Memories is in 6 by 6 for $8.50 or 12 by 12 for $16.99, also on special order. Okay, those ones, because I only have one, but you're welcome to come in and look if you're in the area. Now, I'm going to quickly go through the other stuff that we have, because we do have at least multiples of these in stock, but I don't know how many. Okay, so Mountain Trek 2.0 6 by 6 collection pad is $8.50. If you want this one in 12 by 12, I can get it, but I don't think I have it. Okay, so put that on your order. And then Autumn Days in 6 by 6, and I do believe that I saw this one in 12 by 12. Yes. Okay, so Autumn Days in 6 by 6 and in 12 by 12. And then we have Forest Walk, which I think I only have in the 6 by 6 for now, but also I can get it in the 12 by 12 pack if you wanted it. So Forest Walk 6 by 6, $8.50. And that is, I think, the paper pads. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Happy Halloween. I mean, that's what we started with. That was the whole reason that I did this order exactly now, so that we could have this awesome Halloween line. So Happy Halloween in the 6 by 6 and the 12 by 12. $8.50, $16.99. Those are in stock. Okay, now we are going to go to the embossed die cuts. And I do have multiple of these in stock, but honestly, I don't know how many I got. Because I didn't really know about this embossed die cut and what to expect. So we kind of talked about that. But the Autumn Days 1 die cuts, they are $7.50. And then the Mountain Trek 2.0 embossed die cuts, those ones are $8.99. This is the one that took my breath away. Okay, amazing detail. Now, for the papers, I am going to go through all of the papers, and we talked about this at the beginning, but in case you joined us late, if you want papers, grab a pen and a paper, okay? Write the stuff down and email me the list. If you're local, stop in and pull, you know, what you want. If you want open stock papers, I'm only going to pull them if it is 8 papers or more, just because otherwise it gets to be like a organizing mess. So we will start with the Halloween ones, and these may or may not be in order. So Happy Halloween F, you've got the pumpkins and the skulls and the bats, and you've got the candy on the backside with that stunning wet looking carameled apple. That's F. Happy Halloween E. Okay, this one has these beautiful spiders and this bat background that is absolutely gorgeous. You guys, I know I feel like I'm fawning over all these papers, but you know, when I order and I have to make choices, I pick the ones that I love, and then they come and then I love them even more. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, this is the one we had before because of a special order. So I did order extras of these, but they're going to go fast. Okay. So this is Happy Halloween D, because of this mushroom. And so I will order it again and again as we need to. But because of this mushroom, I already know that this one is going to be a very, very popular one. And then you have this kind of, Halloween montage on the back. So that is Happy Halloween D. And then you've got Happy Halloween C. And this has, just some easy to cut out pieces. There is not a set of die cuts for this line as far as I could tell. So, if you want die cuts for this one, you're going to get to fussy cut them. And then you've got the ghosts on the back side. Okay. But I do really like this side. And then this is another one from this line that is going to go fast because this is the cut aparts. They always go fast from all the lines. And this is a very, very good Halloween set. So, and then you've got kind of potion bottles and autumn leaves on the back side. And then you've got Happy Halloween A with the ghosts and, poison bags, or is that a bag of bones? Maybe it's a bag of bones. Maybe. But look you've got some large mushrooms you can cut out there too. And then this side just has your orange pumpkins on black. So, they're beautiful. They're watercolored. They're all that gorgeous detail, but that's your simple focus on the back side of that one. So those are the Halloween open stock papers. Now, these guys are going to go in no particular order because that is how they're stacked. So Autumn Days F has the big pumpkins, and then it has that bundled sage background with all of the little brown mushrooms. There's no red mushrooms in this one. That is Autumn Days F. And then Autumn Days E has this gorgeous scene that we were talking about. If you were going to scrapbook a trip to Leavenworth in the fall, that's where you would put your pictures right here, and you have quite possibly one of the best papers I've seen for Leavenworth in the fall. And then you've got these gorgeous banner design here that you can cut up and down strips that way too if you wanted to. So that is Autumn Days E. Autumn Days A is the 3x4 cut aparts with, all your watercolor elements. And then you've got that nice plaid on the backside. And then Autumn Days D. So yeah, these totally did get out of order. Autumn Days D has just these beautiful watercolored leaves. And mushrooms galore at an angle. So in case you missed it before, this is what we were talking about, that the angle of the mushrooms makes for a phenomenal mat because you can totally see all that pattern. Okay, so that one is Autumn Days D. And then these are kind of some random ones that I got just because they were too beautiful to pass up for autumn. This is Autumn Bouquet B. And you've got this kind of a sage olivey green wreath, and then you have gorgeous watercolor leaves with a little bit more of a red punch to them. And then this is your mini leaves. Again, this one is going to make a great matte paper as well because well, they're not as much of an angle, but they are at an angle, so you don't have any like even stuff at the top. Okay, so again, really gorgeous. And then that side is nothing to speak about. Okay. Then did I tell you what that one was called? I have no idea. I bet you I didn't. That one is Mountain Trek Patterns F. That one has this brown background that, goes with stuff, but not super exciting. Mountain Trek Patterns F, but it has the leaves that are going to be fabulous for making cards and smaller projects. Now we're in Forest Walk E. Okay, this has your 4x4 animal cut aparts and the gorgeous little critters on the backside with the badger that, Jamie successfully named that animal. And then we have, oh, let me start with the name, Mountain Trek 2.0D. Beautiful watercolor cut-aparts. And then you also have the stunning, I mean, this is a stunning scene for scrapbookers hiking. I mean, it's not just Northwest, right? I mean, anywhere you go that's in the mountains, this is such a good paper. And it's not even the site I bought it for, but it is such a good paper for putting your pictures on because it's like everything you need in the background, but it's not competing. And you have this little swath of wildflower. I'm crazy about it. Now I don't know which side to put out when I put it out. Oh, goodness. Okay. And then these are the ones that we already had in stock, but that I'm going to show you again. Oh, wait a minute. There was one more. Okay. This was one of the new ones too. This is Forest Walk A. So this is the one that has these stunning background or these borders. And this one, the colors are so freaking awesome. Again, because it's laser printed, this is where that difference is going to come in what kind of, colors and designs and things we can get because of that laser printing. And then you've got, your green plaid on the backside. Okay, so that's Forest Walk A with those borders. Now we've got, this is what we had in stock. So Mountain Trek B, I show you these because they go with a good number of those. This is like smaller evergreen trees, watercolored in kind of this cool, sort of background pattern. This one is Mountain Trek C. So this has your stuff for fussy cutting if you want to do that, because I don't know that all of these were in die cuts, or any of them. But then it has this fabulous page for Halloween. And I may actually move this into the Halloween papers when we move it out, or when I find a spot for it, because it's that darker kind of spooky gray with all those blackbirds flying. I'm crazy. I love it. I love it. Mountain Trek C. And then Forest Trip A, bigger pattern, beautiful blue watercolor background, and then you have a nice kind of a gray wood, and then again, not the side I bought it for, because I know this side is the one that's been out, but then I turned it over, and I mean, phenomenal. For scrapbookers, this is like everything you want in a scrapbook paper, because it gives you what you need design-wise, and it doesn't compete with your pictures. Your pictures can absolutely be the star of the show. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Forest Trip C is that one. And then this guy is Forest Trip F, has these beautiful blues, and then the Jeep that is in the black and white, that's Forest Trip F. And this one has those watercolor 4x6s. Okay, so if you're thinking, oh, 4x6 is kind of big for cards, maybe. But if you take one of your nesting dies that is the size of like an A2 card, right? Or maybe a little bit smaller because you need it to be 4 inches, you just position it on a sheet like this, and it will cut that design out, and then you won't even look like you're missing anything, okay? Because you'll have maybe like a stitch design or something to kind of make it sing. And really, none of these, like if you cut this much off the bottom, you aren't missing any of that image, okay? So that one is Forest Trip F. And then this last one, that's Forest Trip D. Now, this is the one we talked about that had the 3x4s in black and white and in color, which gives you this amazing option that we didn't even know we probably needed, but do, of black and white focal images, but still with that little bit of watercolor. But they can totally sing and stand out and be the star of the show if you're putting them against a background that's something like that, right? So let's say this was, your background, and you put this out. Now it does stand out, right? If you were putting this one out, see, you'd have to do a lot of matting and stuff and maybe foam and to make this still the star of the show. But this way you have that contrast with these deep colors. So, my friends, that is what I have to show you today. Oh, and because I almost forgot it, and then I'm going to forget it on the recap, Colleen's card class. So the Hum of Summer, you're going to do 5 cards in this one. And you've got the beautiful little bee charm. And she said that I think this one features quite a few of the new Elizabeth Crafts dies. So if you have been kind of wanting some ideas to use those, this is going to be a great one. And she's got a really cool like branch technique here she's going to show you. And then this inking just blows me away. And then the other thing, which I love about this is, do you guys, some of you may recognize this, but this background paper that she uses here and here, this is all the baby paper from a Graphic 45. So I got in, not all, but some of the background papers from Graphic 45 in the baby line that had these elements that you could use for anything. And I just love that she used them because it's beautiful. So these ones, be sure to snag these quick if you want one of these because I think they may go relatively quickly. So that's the Hum of Summer card kit by Colleen, and it's $28. And these kits are here and ready for pickup. All right, you guys, I think I waffled on a little bit long, but, you know, honestly, that paper was so gorgeous, and this was really the first time I looked at it in depth with you guys, so I know I get sidetracked on things. Thank you for bearing with me and sticking it out. I hope that you found some things that you can't live without because, oh my gosh, there's beautiful stuff in there. And we will talk to you all soon. Have a great night, you guys. Bye-bye.